All right, today we're going on a journey. We're venturing past the known, beyond the edge of everything we can see, to tackle one of the biggest, most mind-bending questions imaginable. What lies beyond our universe? So, really think about it. What is out there? Is it just an endless, empty blackness? Is it nothing at all? Or could it be something far, far stranger? You know, this single question has fascinated scientists and thinkers for centuries, and it's the very question that's going to guide our little exploration today. Okay, so full disclosure, we can't actually travel there, not yet anyway, but what we can do is take a journey in our minds. A thought experiment, really, based on some pretty incredible theories. So get ready, because we're about to leave our reality behind and pay a visit to some impossible worlds. So where are we headed first? Our first stop is a reality that, it feels a lot like home, but with a fundamental, stunning twist. Let's start our journey out of the known cosmos. Just imagine it. We're accelerating away from Earth, zipping past our solar system, and then leaving our entire Milky Way galaxy in the rearview mirror. We're moving at impossible speeds now, watching as billions upon billions of galaxies, each with trillions of stars, just blur and fade away, their light stretching into a deep red before, boof, they're gone. And then there's nothing. We've crossed the line. There are no more stars, no more light. Just a silent, profound, and absolute darkness. It's like we're in the space between realities. But then, out of nowhere, a single point of light appears. We feel a pull, we're drawn towards it, and then suddenly we burst out of what feels like a black hole, emerging into a brand new existence, a totally different universe. And we find ourselves in a familiar place. I mean, really familiar. It's our own solar system. There's the sun, there's Jupiter, and yep, there's Earth. Everything looks right. But wait a second. As we get closer, we start to realize something is very, very different.
And here it is. This is the big twist. In our reality, our home, Earth has its one beautiful moon. But in this universe, our planet is surrounded by these magnificent rings, just like Saturn. And our moon, it's nowhere to be seen. It's just gone.
So, what on earth could have happened here? Well, maybe in this universe's history, the moon's orbit started to decay. It drifted just a little too close to Earth, and our planet's massive gravity, the same force keeping our feet on the ground, tore it to shreds, shattering it into the incredible ring system we're looking at now. A familiar world, but forever beautifully changed.
Incredible, right? But, that was a relatively small change, all things considered. What if we jump to a universe where the changes were way, way more dramatic? Let's take another tip.
So we do it all again. We accelerate out of this ringed Earth universe, plunge back into that silent void between worlds, and then pop out of another singularity into a new cosmos. We make a beeline straight for the solar system to see what's different this time.
And what we find is, wow, it's a total shock, a complete reversal. In this universe, Earth is a frozen wasteland, just a lifeless ball of ice. But Mars? Mars is this vibrant, living world of green continents and deep blue oceans. Life exists in the solar system, all right, but it chose the red planet, not our blue one. I mean, the possibilities here are just staggering. Did the spark of life just happen to catch on Mars instead of Earth this time around? Or is there maybe a darker story? What if life began on both planets, but some terrible war just destroyed Earth, leaving it a frozen tomb? We even see these strange glowing ships in orbit. Could they be migrants, survivors fleeing their dead homeworld for the green paradise of Mars? The mystery here is, well, it's profound.
So far, we've seen planets get a bit of a makeover. Let's head to our next stop, because this one builds to an even more dramatic change, one that completely rewrites the entire solar system.
Okay, one more time. We plunge through the darkness between worlds. But this time, when we arrive in the solar system, the change is instantly, blindingly obvious. There isn't one star in the sky. Nope, there are two. Our familiar sun is still right where it should be. But in this reality, Jupiter is no longer a gas giant. It actually ignited. It became a second, smaller sun, and it's bathing the entire solar system in its constant warm light. And this one single event kicked off an unbelievable chain reaction. Jupiter's new heat reached all the way out to the cold, distant planets. All that ice on moons like Europa and Triton, It melted, revealing these huge, planet-wide oceans that had been locked away for billions of years. The entire solar system was transformed into a cradle for life.
And the results are just breathtaking. With 2 suns, Earth has become this lush super-Earth with no deserts at all. Our own moon is now a habitable world with its own oceans and atmosphere. Even Venus is a temperate water world. From our moon all the way out to the distant moons of Neptune, a dozen worlds are now warm enough to support life. This binary star system created an absolute paradise.
So, Earth with rings, a green Mars, a solar system with 2 suns. These journeys, as wild as they seem, are all rooted in a really profound scientific idea.
It's called the multiverse theory, and it's basically the concept that our universe is just one bubble in a massive, maybe infinite sea of other bubbles. Each one is its own universe, and each one could have its own unique history, maybe even its own laws of physics.
And that's exactly what we've been seeing. Each trip has shown us a universe where the cosmic dice rolled just a little differently. Sometimes the changes are small, sometimes they're enormous. It all points to an endless, staggering array of possibilities.
You know, the deepest implication of the multiverse is that anything that is physically possible, no matter how ridiculously improbable it seems, has happened or is happening right now in some other universe. Every possible outcome exists somewhere.
And that leaves us with a final, truly mind-bending thought to chew on. If there are infinite versions of reality out there, how special is our own? What does it mean that we exist right here in the specific version with 1 moon, a red Mars, and a single lonely star? It really makes you wonder what other versions of you might be looking up at a very, very different sky tonight.